Hey, hello everybody. Happy, I guess this will be Thursday for you. I hope you guys are well. Oh, as you can see, I have done a quarantine haircut and I cut off maybe like an inch more on this side than that side. And I didn't really notice it until today. But whatever, right? Doesn't matter. It's just hair. So that's fun. So today we're going to be grading the test that you took last class. Um, so hopefully you guys didn't find this too difficult. We're just going to run through it real quick. I'm going to do it just like last time. Paper 1 section A as one video, paper 1 section B, etc. through paper 2. Okay. So number 1, it said the graph of a function h passes through the point pi over 4 comma 5. Given that h prime of x is 4 cosine 2x, find h of x. Okay, so obviously to find h of x, we have to take the integral of h prime. So we need to say that h of x is equal to the integral of h prime of x dx, which is going to look like the integral of 4 cosine 2x dx. Okay, now we need to use u substitution here in order to, you don't have to if you see it, but if you don't, here it is, u is 2x. That means that du is 2dx, but we have a 4 right here, not a 2. So in order to be able to replace the 4 dx that's in the function, we need to multiply this whole thing by 2. So 2 du is equal to 4 dx. Now, apologize, I should have had these highlighters ready to go. The 4 dx that's right here is also in the equation right here. And so we can replace it with 2 du. So we are going to rewrite our integral as 2 cosine of u du. Okay, where the 2 and the du came from right here, and they replaced the 4 and the dx. Okay, now we actually need to integrate. Cosine integrates to sine. So this is going to end up being 2 sine of u. And then technically plus c, right? And we need to sub back in our u. So we would have 2 sine of 2x plus c. And now we need to sub back in, well, I guess, hold on, let me look at my old solution. Okay, so now we need to use our information given right here about this point in order to solve for c, so that we actually have a function that's just in terms of x. So we know that 5 should be equal to 2 times the sine. Now 2 times pi over 4, you could think of that as like 2 times 1/4 times pi. 2 1/4 gives you 1/2. So I should get pi over 2 plus c. Now the sine of pi over 2, that's the sine of 90 degrees. So you should get 1 for that. So you should get 5 equals 2 times 1 plus c. Subtract 2 from both sides. And you should get that c, right, I'm going to put this up here. C is going to be equal to 3. Okay, then your final answer, I'm going to write it out up here. H of x should be equal to 2 sine of 2x plus 3. Okay, so now for the grading part. We have, let's see here. I want you, so I'm giving a lot of the points for the correct integral, okay? So I'm going to give you +1 point for having the 2 out front. Actually, I want to do this on like the actual correct thing with u subbed in. So +1 for having the 2 out front, okay, in your integral. +1 for integrating to sine, plus 1 for having the correct inside function, and plus 1 for adding c out front. That's 4 of your 6 marks right there. So integration was a huge deal. For here, I'm going to give plus a method point for subbing in all this stuff. I guess the method point should be right here. For subbing in all that stuff to solve for C. And then I'm going to give you 1 answer point for solving for C correctly, okay? And then this would be your final answer, okay? So 4 of the points are right here, a method point, an answer point, and it's out of 6, okay? Then we're going to go down to number 2. Number 2, first it gives you a G, and it wants you to solve for G prime of X. So, sorry, let me move all my stuff. So for part A, to find G prime, you could do this, you could split it up into 2 pieces and do the product rule formally. I'll write that out for you. Our U was 2x, our V was sine x, our U prime is 2, our V prime is cosine x. Okay, so now to set up the actual derivative, you mix match a u and then a derivative, the opposite derivative. So like u and v prime and v and u prime. It doesn't really matter which order because both addition and multiplication are commutative. So as long as you get the same thing, you can have a few flip-flop differences. So I like to do it as 2x times cosine x plus sine x times 2, and we can rewrite that so that it looks a little nicer. 2x cosine x plus 2 sine x. Okay, that's part A. Let's go ahead and grade part A. You literally just get a point for putting everything in the right place. So plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Okay, and you could have it like written so that 2 sine x came first and 2x cosine x came second, or you could have it with 2 after the sine x, which would be weird, but it would be fine. Or you could have 2x after the cosine x, that would be fine too. Any of those variations would be fine. Okay, this is our final answer. Okay, and then it says for part B, find the gradient of the normal to the curve at x equals pi. Okay, so first we know we have our gradient or our general gradient, okay? And we're looking for the normal at x equals pi. So first we're going to find the tangent. So g prime of pi.